Hello today everyone. Today I'm gonna show you how to set up Substance Painter to make skins for Counter-Strike 2. So first off, you're gonna have Substance Painter. I have a Discord to Counter-Strike Tools, which provides a lot of resources and information regarding to the skin creation. I also have a template in there, but it doesn't work for older versions, I kind of found out. So what you're gonna do when you got Substance Painter open is make a new one. I already have my CS2, but let's just make a new one. I would take something like one of these, the PBR metallic roughness ones, because that's what you're mainly gonna be working in. With the new PBR textures on Counter-Strike, we mostly work in metallic roughness values now, because we have a roughness map and a metallic map and stuff we can use as a material mask. So what you want to do is choose metallic roughness, and you want to choose so you're probably going to be like, oh, what resolution should I work in, right? Mostly resolutions would be the newest update with the newest case, kilowatt case. It introduced a lot of 4K skins in the game files, but inside the game they were shipped down to 2K textures. So I mainly would recommend working in 2K. 4K is great, but you gotta export it in 2K anyway. So I would say 2K, and remember to put this to OpenGL because that's the map we're using. And then you should find the whole Discord of CS Tools. I'm gonna link it in the description below of just textures and models and materials. The original ones from the CS is right here. They're like OBJs. You can download from the workshop page, or if you join the Discord, Eagle Death has some separated models. You can go by. They're already separated. So you're gonna select one of those. Also on the Discord, we have all of the maps. The maps from the original game files, which I put up. So let's go ahead and choose the normal map for the AK. That's what we're gonna be working on. So that's mainly what you gotta do here, and you're just gonna let Substance Painter do its thing. Once you have done that, you got the AK in game, but there's some things you want to change first. Like, we would need a base color or albedo color we need to work with, and a height, and all this is fine because we're gonna need this for our normal details. Opacity and emissive is not very important. But what you want to do in your challenge collection is add an ambient occlusion. We're gonna have to need that at some point. Once you got your ambient occlusion, you can start by adding a new user channel 2 and put in a user 0. Once you've done that, rename user 0 to your wear mask. This is gonna be a wear mask for like kind of depicting where your wear should be, how hard it should be and stuff. So it is one of those ways to do it. Once you also import your normal map, you can put it in right here under the mesh maps tab. It's gonna do so all of the default normal details and scratches comes in. What you can also do is just deselect that one, put the output size to 2K on the bake settings, and if you use these models, you can go ahead and use mesh ID and hue shift. That's gonna give you an ID map that's pretty good to work with. I would also put ignore backface by same mesh and only by same mesh, so you don't get any weird ones. And that's about it. And you just press bake, and it's gonna start baking your textures, so you can start working with it. So you have some default textures. If you want to, you can always play around with some of these, match by mesh name, or add up the AA or some of it, so it kind of gets a more refreshed look. But once you've done that, you're gonna get a lot of mesh maps. It's not gonna take so long. So now we have all of this. So if we go to a mesh map, we're gonna have our normal map, we're gonna have our world space, and our ID map, all because they're gonna separate it. So we can start like using the ID map to select certain things of the gun. So once you have that, you can start like adding new layers and stuff, where you would have all of these on the right side. Of course, we're not gonna use OB omission. You could also delete them. delete them in the channels tab if you want to. You don't have to, but now you can start creating your skin. I'm just gonna go by something like this and maybe play around with the roughness a bit. Metallic up, I want a nice clean metallic. Dark-ish AK. And that's like our base to do that. And you basically set up to do whatever you want now. So let's say you would add a new fillet and we would add a black mask. So because we work in non-destructive, it's a great way of doing most things. So you can always erase and delete without having to go all the way back to the steps you did. Just add a generator, simple millage generator, right? So now we have this. You can tweak it around. You should get a bit of edge wear on the AK and stuff. Don't go too ham with it, but now we don't want the colors, but we want this to be our wear map for the gun. So what you can do is you can go in here under the wear mask we made. You're gonna see if you go to our wear mask, it's completely white because the base one is set to completely white. If you put it to 1, it's gonna wear really fast. If you put it to 0.5, it's gonna wear evenly, and if you put it to 0, it's not gonna wear at all. So that's a great handy idea to take into consideration. Let's do a 0.5. You see all our edges from this layer right here is put to white. So it's gonna overlay on top saying these things are gonna wear faster than everything else. That's the way you can kind of adjust all of your things throughout the whole process of making the skin. So you can have more control over the wear mask. And this is taught to me by Ego Death. He's a very great skin creator too, and he helps out a lot. The guy is fucking awesome. So this is an easier way of doing it if you want to set it up for Counter-Strike. And when you're done, I would suggest you go to File and you can like save this as a template if you want to, and name it CS2, and you know what you're doing and stuff. And then you're probably like done with the skin. You're gonna wondering, oh, I'm done, right? These are the things I have to be put out. So my user 0 mask, which is that one that's green, that goes to my alpha mask of the albedo, which is my base color, and the user 0 put into its alpha mask. So we have a wear mask of that. Normal, it says itself, it's a normal map. OpenGL goes into that. The roughness goes into the roughness map. The metallic goes into metallic. And then I have a metallic alt. The metallic alt is only set to the red channel because as a grayscale, because I use it as a material mask for gunsmith textures. Pearlescent, if you want pearlescent, you can go around, play with it. An AO map goes from mixed AO grayscale into that one. And that's the way you're gonna export them. If you just put mine to CS2 Workshop, it's gonna be 8-bit. I'll always do a bit of dithering, it's cool, and then 2K. If you make skins in 4K, you can do it in 4K in Substance and then size it to 2K in here while exporting. It's gonna be fine, but expect you can get some artifacts perhaps when you do in 4K. Your clean details might not be as clean in game because of the low resolution. So always do 2K just for the best of yourself and the faster workflow a bit, and also find your workshop folder up here. So that's about it. If you would like to find your workshop folder, it should be located under your Steam library, apps, offensive content, Cisco add-ons, workshop items, assets, and paint jobs, and you just choose that folder, and then you set up to go. Again, remember to save the settings, and always when you do changes, check it in game and stuff, and try to play around with it. Save this as a template. I have Substance Painter 2023. If you're on 2022, it's not gonna work. If it's on 2021, it's not gonna work unless you make it yourself. I can't give you my template file, sadly. So take that in mind. Make it yourself as this, and you're good.